Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is real quick while I got some time. This is King Monday. For those of you that don't know, I'm leader and captain of my destiny, and I do succeed because I believe I will. This video right here is going to be about my CYA experience. It's in response to the video that I seen from with Future and Dirty Weather 916. Not too familiar with what video exactly it was that they were talking about, but I'll check into it. But I got to respond based on what I do know about this whole YA thing, this whole YA experience. So, and first, let me say this. This is not a hate speech. It is not my intention to create more division, and it's not my intention to paint all Mexicans in a bad light. It's not my intention to paint all Southsiders in a bad light. It is my intention to go ahead and speak on my personal experience while dealing with them, and I'll let the viewers come to their own understanding. They'll come to their own conclusion. So basically, there in YA and CYA, there was something referred to as homey love that I used to witness within the Southsiders. I used to witness a lot of sex play. Sex play meaning basically people play with each other in a jokingly sexual manner. One of the most common things I used to see is when somebody walks by, say the two Mexicans sitting there, two essays, Southsiders walking by. One walks by, the other one will take his hand and put it through the crack of his ass and slide it like a credit card. I would see a Mexican walk by and a homie would touch his cheek and say, "Here, come here, homie, let me just touch something, let me just hold it, let me feel it." You know? So, and this was in YA. This was in Fred C. Nellis. This was back in 2002. This is not something that's fabricated, and this is something that did exist. Who did it exist with? Who was the individual? I tell you exactly. I named them all. And this is, let's say this too. These people who did this were rioters. They were quick to stab you, quick to jump you, quick to try to kill you. So never make no mistake that just because they did this, they also were overly aggressive to cover up and to prevent anybody from ever daring to speak or call them gay. But it doesn't take away the fact that they still used to do homosexual activity. Okay? And so gay is gay, and we're going to just call it what it is. So there was other things they would do. And now these two individuals, what is his name? Lil Joe from North Hollywood Boys was a fag, period. He used to tongue kiss men in the day room. Period. Fred C. Nellis, 2002, Madison College. Okay? Rowdy from Logan Heights. As active as he may have been, was with that sex play shit, used to do that gay shit. Skeleton from, what was it? Chino Sinners. You know, and so that's the name of the field. And so it did exist at that time. They all did it. Even more than that, I'm talking about. I seen tongue kissing men. I seen putting hands in the crack of the ass, saying "break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up." Okay, now, so no other group was as bold to demonstrate open homosexuality as the Southsiders. No other group was as brutal and as violent. And so it wasn't, no other group was as deep. And so, yeah, they did what they wanted to do. There was no northern Mexicans at Fred C. Nellis when I was there. And so this whole theory, or this whole question about, well, why did y'all still mess with them? Why didn't y'all drop them or something? Blacks do what blacks do. Mexicans did what they did. This was stuff that they did. Not to say that they tolerated it on the level in the prison system, but in YA, I witnessed that, and it formed my opinions about the things that they were allowed to do. So there was something mentioned in the video that I seen that seeds will only take root on fertile ground, and you can't plant seeds on firm ground. And that's true, that's a good analogy, but it basically goes like this. The truth is the truth, man. I'm not here to plant seeds in nobody's head about something that I don't know. I'm here to give you information and let you form your own conclusion, opinions, and beliefs. I've been told by Southsider homies, you know what I'm saying, who weren't always Southsiders, they're Southsiders now, but before that we was just all homies, that they are allowed to snitch on blacks. This is not something that I heard from anybody else other than out of their mouth. And then now I'm hearing from people like Dubs saying that that's not true. So I don't know their politics. I'm not to say what's their politics is. I am just reporting, telling what was told to me by Southsiders. So now you got both of them saying different things. One saying it is allowed, one saying it ain't. Who's to know? You know, it's dishonorable. So if it was allowed, it would be a secret. It would be something that's supposed to be contained within their body, contained within their group, something that they wouldn't want publicly disclosed for fear of it painting them in a negative light. This is not something that I'm creating just to hate on them. Why would I want to do that? Okay? The truth, sometimes it's a big burden and responsibility to speak this truth. This truth can cause me unnecessary problems, but truth is the truth, and if I don't do it, who will? Right? Everybody don't have my experience. Everybody wasn't in YA. So you have guys now who were in YA, who all lived through that experience, and shouts out to everybody who lived that experience and is still out here and still able to even just have the same peace of mind. Shouts out to you for even surviving. I want to say that first because we can talk about it all day, but unless you don't walk through that experience, okay, then you can't imagine the type of trauma and craziness that we went through. So, but does that mean it was that crazy where, shit, you know, is that crazy where it was okay to allow another man to touch on my nuts or touch on my butt? Because I needed some type of relief, homey love? No, man, I mean, this just wasn't something that I agreed with then. It ain't something I agree with now, right? And so that's just based on observation. I'm a black man. Ultimately, I'm a black man. And so I'm just a small voice with a big impact, right? I have a huge impact, and I want to arm you all with some fact. I want to arm you with some information that people can change. You know, and I don't take that away from nobody. Anytime anybody wants to change, I think they should be encouraged to move in a better direction, you know. And people do forgive. I believe ultimately that's some things are up to God. For me, how I live my life, I never forget certain experiences. So that way, I'm prepared to always live guarded. You know, stay on guard, stay vigilant, stay ready. So yeah, that's my take on it, man. The shit did happen. Let me see. At YTS, as we got older, I didn't see anything like that. But that's when I used to start hearing. As we got older, is when I started hearing that they were allowed to snitch on blacks. And you know, I got Mexican partners. I got partners from PH. You know, I got. So it ain't like any diss to any of them. You know what I'm saying? They know what time it is. But at the same time, it gets deeper than that. I can't be bought. My opinion can't be swayed. You know, I don't give a fuck how you know. I just don't give a fuck about. There's nothing that's going to alter my truth. My truth is my truth. Okay. And so that's the experience. It doesn't say anything about down here in Dago. We may have all love, right? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like the experience that I dealt with in there, though, right? It was way, way different. So those were some of them. I dropped some of their names that I can remember. And it may have existed between all the groups. It may have, because that shouldn't. But nothing was as open as what I witnessed with the Southsiders. For the reason being, I felt that they felt entitled to do what they want to do because they dared anybody to challenge or say something about it. And now that we're saying something about it, now that we're not in that position or we're not in that situation, I think it's only common sense that it's a lot safer to speak upon it now. And this ain't that safe. It ain't like I can't get to. But at the end of the day, it's not something I'm saying with intentions to cause some type of conflict that doesn't already exist. So that's my take on it, man. I'm King Monye. Y'all go ahead and hit me up, tell me what you think. And I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of my day. Peace.